Jake! What happened? Where? There was a Don't trip.
This clip is from the TikTok account Stons, where Steven usually posts adventurous videos packed with beautiful scenery and bold activities. But in this particular video, Steven shares a moment that really shook him, something he couldn't keep to himself. While out on a camping trip with a close friend, the two are enjoying a peaceful evening in nature. After dinner, they start feeling a little bored and decide to try out the well-known Randonautica app. For those unfamiliar, it's an app that sends users to random nearby locations to inspire exploration and mindfulness. However, it's also gained a reputation for leading people to weird or even creepy places. It's June 24th, 2020, and the app guides Steven and his friend to a strange area. At first, it seems like just another nature spot, but as they get closer, they realize something's off. The nearby town doesn't feel like a normal place at all.
Okay, so this Randonautica app just brought us to this creepy town, and honestly, when we saw this, we should have turned around and left. We continued up the mountain though, and there's always abandoned cars and nobody around. At this point, we're definitely trespassing. We couldn't even really turn around at this point because the road was so narrow and it was such a steep drop off on the other side. We were kind of intrigued at how creepy this was, even though it was getting dark really quick, and next thing we know, the sun had gone down and the moon came out.
As they drive deeper into the area, they come to a chilling realization. The town is completely abandoned. The streets are eerily quiet, the houses are dark and weather-worn, and in some windows there are bizarre mannequins just standing there, almost like they're watching. The whole place feels off. There's no bird song, no passing cars, not even a breeze, just an unsettling stillness. Despite the growing sense of unease, they keep going, brushing it off as paranoia. The GPS leads them further into the town until they arrive at a remote, overgrown area that looks like it hasn't been touched in years. Curious and uneasy, they step out of the car to check it out, recording the creepy surroundings as they explore.
We had the pin pulled up, we were so close to it, and this happened. I don't know how to explain this. We're the only one and around falls. I think that was a sign that we should leave, but we kept going. Everything about this place was just giving me really bad vibes, and when I looked into here and saw this, as soon as I realized it's some sort of face, we took off running. I don't know what it is with this town, why there's all these abandoned cars and no people and mannequins in the window.
As they venture deeper into the area, something suddenly brings them to a halt. Hidden beneath a pile of old trash and debris, they spot something that instantly sends a chill down their spines. A strange, face-like object. It's not a mask, and it's definitely not just a rock. It's hard to even describe. It resembles a human face, but it's warped and distorted in a way that feels wrong. That was the last straw for the two of them. Shocked and completely terrified, they took off running, not daring to glance behind them. Their hearts pounded with every step, and the disturbing image of that deformed face burned into their minds. What had they just stumbled upon beneath that pile of old junk? Was it just some bizarre coincidence, or was there something darker lurking behind it? Once they were back in the safety of their vehicle, they started the engine and sped away, trying to leave the fear behind. But one thing was clear, they weren't ever going to use the Randonautica app again. That one terrifying encounter was more than enough. They deleted it on the spot. Meet Bear, the creator behind the YouTube channel, Exploring with Bear. Through his videos, he shares all kinds of spooky, wild, and creepy adventures, often diving into unexplained mysteries and outdoor locations. With his enthusiastic and personal storytelling, Bear takes viewers along for the ride. But on one particular night, Bear and his friends Doug and Dave would experience just how unsettling and emotionally intense these adventures can really get. On the night of February 18th, 2025, Bear arrived at a remote wooded location, ready to investigate reports of highly aggressive Bigfoot clans. They set off on their adventure, walking deeper into the woods with every step. As they went further into the heart of the forest, Bear suddenly noticed something.
I think I just saw eyes over there a second ago. So that's that is the whole thing about this place, is aggressive Bigfoot clans, apparently. We haven't even done a call yet. You want to do the first call or you want me to?
He sees eyes in the dark and quickly brings up the area's reputation for aggressive Bigfoot clans, pointing out the potential for a scary encounter.
Was that like a... What do you call that? Fireman? What? How's that happen?
What?
That was like a tiny little... What would you call that thing? You didn't hear that? Did you... We might be able to find a cool structure. I thought I seen some kind... What?
My feet are all muddy and wet.
As they walked, they were surrounded by unexplained sounds, strange clicks, bird or bat noises, and something flying out of a tree. These eerie noises only added to the growing sense of mystery and unease.
I smell gas. Yeah, coyotes. A herd of coyotes.
Is that a bunch of coyotes?
I think so.
As they kept going, the sounds got louder. Coyotes howled nearby, and a weird clicking noise echoed through the trees. It seriously felt like something was watching them from the shadows.
Live here. Is that a cliff?
I wanted to put my tent here just for... Did you camp all night? No.
Oh, that's cool. That's a river.
That's where I wanted to take you to, but not this way. We got to go around this way.
Oh.
As they went deeper, Bear spotted a cliff and carefully approached it. With the night already tense, a sense of unease crept in, and he couldn't help but wonder what else could go wrong in such a dangerous place.
If anything weird happens. I gotta say, I'm not being hit like I was earlier. Oh. That looks so cool down in there. Did you see something?
I see like a tree in the back.
Did you? That's a good sign. Whoa, that's some big rocks to trip over. Tree shaking. Tree shaking, huh?
Bear pauses, then asks his friends if they're feeling anything weird as he gets an unsettling vibe. Soon after, he spots eyeballs in the dark. Things then take a much scarier turn when something truly terrifying shows up.
It's gone. It was doing it. Wow. I know you guys were seeing what I was seeing. There's no way my eyes was doing that. That was eyes, nose, the mouth. It was moving and everything. It's gone.
Things get even more unsettling when Bear says he sees a face forming in the bark. Eyes, nose, and mouth appearing and shifting right before him. A chill runs through him, and his viewers feel a creeping sense of being watched.
Whoa. Ooh, what just fell down me? Something just fell down my shirt. Was that a spider? Is there a big freaking spider inside my shirt right now?
The unease keeps building as strange things keep happening. Something slips down Bear's shirt, and sudden cries of alarm break the silence. A mushroom is brushed off as nothing, and Bear claims he doesn't hear anything, possibly contradicting the earlier noises. He tries to shake off the feeling and keeps moving deeper into the woods with his friends, but the further they go, the spookier the night gets.
This looks like it goes further into the woods. Or this is Blair Witch.
Blair Witch.
And I remember coming down, but I don't remember jumping a creek or nothing. Did we miss a trail? But if we keep going this way, then we just got to go to the left, right?
I don't know what like that is. I don't know what that is.
That's the building at the end of the road.
At a fork in the path, unsure of which way to go, they decided not to argue and turned to Google Maps to make sure they stayed on track, avoiding getting lost in the woods. They then set off again. Eventually, they reached their destination and emerged from the eerie woods.
We came up way too far though, because we were supposed to come out way back there.
Wait a minute, did we do this once already?
We did.
I just had deja vu, man.
We did. The cars are over there.
Yeah, no, we gotta go down this road.
We just popped it out at the same spot twice. Holy smokes. There's a growl right there, too. I wasn't ready for that. That was a lot of coyotes.
After Bear's friends leave, the strange noises around him only get louder. Growls, coyote howls, knocking, screaming, whooping, and distant hollers fill the air, adding to the creepy atmosphere. He wonders if the hollering was caught on camera, especially since the same sounds have happened before, but only when the camera wasn't recording, which makes it even weirder. Overwhelmed and freaked out, Bear decides to wrap up his adventure and rest. Though he and his friends eventually make it out of the woods, one question lingers. What caused all the growls, hollers, the face in the trees, and the intense feeling of unease? Was it the rumored aggressive Bigfoot clans, or something else? The truth behind that terrifying night remains unknown, leaving Bear shaken and the source of the disturbances a mystery. Meet Tom, an outdoor enthusiast who documents his adventures on his YouTube channel, Tom's Trails. From in-depth gear reviews to wild camping trips, his channel is a go-to spot for nature lovers looking for inspiration. In this video, Tom teams up with his friend Matt for a wild camping trip deep in the forest. Their mission? To soak in the peace of nature, strengthen their friendship, and try out bivvy camping for the first time. It's March 1st, 2025, and both Tom and Matt are pumped for the journey ahead. With their gear packed and spirits high, they set off into the woods, determined to get as far away from civilization as possible. They're craving a true escape, just them and the wilderness. As they hike deeper, the forest feels calm and serene. Everything seems to be in perfect balance, like nature is welcoming them into its quiet, untouched world.
Here we go. Let's go a little bit further that way. Yeah.
After some hiking, Tom and Matt find a spot they both agree is perfect to settle down for the night. Everything feels just right. Calm, quiet, and exactly what they were hoping for. But what they don't know is that the night has something unexpected in store for them.
Oh no. That's good. Yeah, I'm not going to burn a hole through this pan like I did to Sam's pan.
Oh god, yeah.
And there we have it. Steak cooking. Steak's very good.
With dinner done and everything set up, Tom and Matt are just enjoying the peaceful vibes of the forest. The crackling fire and rustling leaves create the perfect chill atmosphere. As the night goes on, the sky gets darker and the sun fully sets. They keep the fire going for a while, soaking in the stillness. Eventually, it's time to get some sleep. They want to be up early to make the most of the trip. They're both excited to try out their new bivvy gear and figure it'll be a pretty normal night. But just as they drift off, something wakes them up. The calm is suddenly broken by a noise. It starts off faint, but slowly gets louder. Tom and Matt stay quiet, listening closely. They can't figure out what it is, but there's a weird tension in the air now, and they both feel it. The banging was so loud, it jolted both Tom and Matt awake, their hearts pounding. The noise just kept going, echoing through the forest. It felt like it lasted forever, and after that, there was no chance of getting any real sleep. They stayed in their sleeping bags, wide awake, feeling creeped out and kind of helpless. They hoped whatever was making the sound wouldn't come any closer, but it was so intense, it felt like it might. The whole vibe of the trip had shifted. It wasn't the peaceful experience they'd hoped for. There was definitely some disappointment in how things turned out. Later, when Tom posted the video on his channel, he asked his viewers if they had any idea what the noise could have been. Some thought maybe it was an animal, but others had way creepier theories. Dee's Dark Adventures is a channel that follows Dee as she explores creepy experiences in various forests. This particular adventure, where she captured a strange face in the woods, is one she'll never forget.
No! Did you? Okay. I hope I just put that on camera. There's no way, no. No way, where's my... Yeah. I'm scared. How's hearing? How's hearing? Oh. Okay, I saw the okay. I saw eyes, and I thought, well, maybe it's a critter, and then it stood up. No. There's nothing there. Oh my God, there's some blocking this trail. Look at that. What the crap? Someone was telling me I wanted to go that way. Even if I would have went this way, guys, look, check this out. Huh? Trail, they are going this way. Around it. Alright. I don't want to go that way, I'm sorry. That's a big old tree. Look where it fell down. I don't want to go that way. I left my bags back here, I don't care. This one's not so used. I'm shaking, guys, I'm scared of what I just saw. I got a headache all of a sudden. I had to calm down, guys. I wasn't down this far. Or maybe I was, and it was in here somewhere. I want to go back and get my bags, but if they're heavy, and now I've got 2 of them, I need a ginormous hiker bag. What was that? I can't believe that tree fell. They're really, really quiet. Okay, it's a shadow. Ooh. La la la. La la la. Oh, God. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm freaking out. I'm like going through all my voice changes. I don't know what to do here. I'm so... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Mm-mm. I'm fine. Oh. Stop it. Stop it. Goodness gracious. Okay. I gotta go back and get my bags. I'm going way too far. Way too far. Oh, yeah, way too far. Okay. I'm gonna go grab my bags and mark my spot where I was just at. Okay. I was just getting the bag, trying to get my bags. And it was just boom, 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 boom. It's over in here. Oh, God. I'm freaking out, man. I'm gonna get my bags, guys. See, it's right there. You can see. No! You can see it. No!
Dee noticed a pair of empty white eyes in the distance along the path. They just hovered there with no face or mouth attached. As she backed away, the eyes vanished, but she was sure whatever it was still out there. Scared of what else she might find, Dee kept searching. The sounds of twigs and sticks breaking around her grew louder, getting closer and closer. A heavy sense of danger hit her, and she knew it was time to leave. She ran for her life, not looking back, and fled the forest. A group of hikers carelessly threw stones at a beehive, disturbing the swarm. Immediately, the bees attacked.
कॅन्सल करू नका प्लीज. बिलकुल शांत बसा.
To stay safe, they crouched down low and stayed completely still. Since bees usually don't fly close to the ground, it gave them some protection. They covered their ears, knowing the bees could get inside if they didn't. In moments like that, staying calm and low is the best way to avoid making things worse. I wonder how long they had to stay there until the bees finally left. Meet Oliver, a travel and adventure lover who runs the YouTube channel Venture Unbound. In this video, Oliver heads out on a solo wild camping trip, spending the night deep in a remote forest somewhere in the UK. His goal is to enjoy the outdoors, soak up the peaceful vibes of nature, and get the full solo camping experience. It's February 22nd, 2025, and Oliver's pumped for the adventure. The uncertainty of what the night might bring doesn't dampen his excitement. If anything, the thrill of the adventure keeps him in a great mood. As he gets his camp set up, the nerves start to fade, replaced with a calm sense of anticipation for a peaceful night ahead.
I'm hoping with it being metal they'll eventually just flex and bend and probably stay in the same position for a while, and hopefully don't flex back too much. That top one was a lot easier compared to the bottom one setting up. So this is a tent fully set up. We've got the tarp over the top, so I'm hoping it does keep the rain off in the night, but the tent will do it anyway if it wasn't there in the first place. But I'm thinking it looks really good. The sun is setting now, so it should be getting quite quiet, and hopefully no one passes through, especially at the night time as well. Don't want anyone passing through on night time. That'd be creepy.
Once Oliver's happy with how his camp's set up, the hunger kicks in, so he decides to cook some dinner before it gets too dark. But even as he tries to enjoy the moment, that weird, uneasy feeling of being completely alone in the woods starts to creep in. He keeps telling himself it's just his mind playing tricks on him, but the discomfort doesn't fully go away. Still, he tries to stay positive and not let the anxiety ruin the experience. What he doesn't realize, though, is that his fears might not be as baseless as he thought.
It's quite a challenge, and it's quite a weird thing to do, especially being on your own. It's so strange in the wild. And then there's people as well walking around, because it's like a country park. So it's getting a little bit dark now. I've got my cooking equipment here. I've got my pan as well, and some eggs and some bacon. I've got my olive oil and a lighter as well to start this off. Did you hear that? That was an owl.
With his stomach full, Oliver feels pretty content. But as night fully settles in, the forest starts to feel different. The darkness slowly creeps in, and the peaceful vibe turns kind of eerie. Suddenly, he's way more aware of just how alone he is out there. As the night gets colder and his unease grows, he decides it's time to head into the tent, hoping the small space will make him feel a bit safer. He takes a deep breath, trying to calm himself down, still holding on to the hope that the night ahead will be peaceful under the stars.
This is what it's like when it's pitch black. This is what it's like when you have the lantern on. And it's very creepy. Like when you need to go to the toilet in the night, it's so spooky. So I'm gonna get some sleep now and test it out, see how it goes, see if I get some sleep. Last time when I was in the hammock tent, I only had about 2 hours sleep.
Oliver had left a camera rolling outside to capture any wildlife that might wander by his camp. But as soon as he finally drifted off to sleep, the camera caught something completely unexpected, something he definitely didn't want to happen that night.
Turn around, there's somebody sleeping in the tent behind me.
Oh, you come here, boys, together. Come together.
Yeah, but I don't want the guy to feel threatened at all, do you know what I mean? Yeah, leave him to it, mate, let's go. He's got a body cut, look, he's got a shelf on there, look. What do you mean? It's way up there, look on the tree, that's a good like that.
You alright?
Oh, sorry, we just stumbled upon you, mate, my bad.
No, it's alright, no worries.
You're doing okay though?
Tell you what,
Oliver was suddenly jolted awake by the sound of lights flashing on his tent and voices nearby. At first, he was totally freaked out, but as he slowly became more awake and listened in, he realized these guys weren't up to anything bad. After taking a deep breath, Oliver gathered the courage to peek his head out of the tent to let them know he was there and awake. As it turned out, these guys weren't a threat at all, and he felt a huge sense of relief. Still, that moment gave him the shock of his life. It really made him realize just how vulnerable you can feel when you're camping alone in the woods. Who knows what might have happened if those guys had bad intentions. Luckily, Oliver didn't have to find out, and he hoped he never would. This clip comes from the YouTube channel Under the Weather, where James shares his passion for adventure. In this video, James sets out on a solo journey to find the Machar Stones, a historic landmark hidden deep in the wilderness of Stirlingshire, Scotland, estimated to be over 5,000 years old. These ancient stones are steeped in myths and mystery. James plans to navigate through the dense woods, reach the site, and camp under the stars for a peaceful night in nature. However, what was meant to be a calm, scenic retreat soon takes an unsettling turn. It's March 1st, 2024, and James is excited to begin his expedition, fully prepared for a night of solitude in nature. Despite having tried and failed to find the site several times before, he sets off once again, determined to reach his destination. With a backpack full of supplies and a hopeful mindset, he steps into the wilderness, unaware of what truly awaits him.
Okay, here's our first road, across the river, and it's right and right again. So this is the first right, let's go. Mother. We made that. Right. Where the hell is this place?
After a long and tiring hike, getting lost and then finding his way back, James finally reaches the Machar Stones, the very place he's been searching for. A wave of relief washes over him as he realizes he made it just in time. With daylight still on his side, without wasting any time, he gets to work setting up his camp, eager to create a comfortable base where he can relax for the night.
Well, it's definitely got colder now, you can feel it. It's very funny though, in this area it's very still. There's wind everywhere else, but around those stones, nothing. Can you hear the helicopter? It's been flying over quite a bit, and I just hope that they aren't looking for someone and I've got a fire going. There it is. You see him flying over ahead. I think I'm going to have the chicken wings without the mashed potato. What the hell is that?
A sudden, unfamiliar noise jolts James, sending a shiver down his spine. It's something he's never heard before, and for a moment, he feels vulnerable in the vast, dark wilderness. His instincts urge him to leave, but he knows heading back isn't an option. Hiking through the woods in complete darkness would be even more dangerous. Taking a deep breath, James forces himself to stay calm, telling himself it's probably just a harmless animal passing through the underbrush. Feeling unsettled, he tries to refocus on his food, hoping that keeping busy will take his mind off the growing unease.
Yeah, no, there's definitely something eerie about this place. And it doesn't really help with the smoke from the fire, looking like some fog from a horror film. And of course, now it's at night time. Definitely not the place to be if you're scared of the dark. Hello?
James can't shake the uneasy feeling creeping over him. Seeking some comfort, he retreats into his tent, the thin fabric offering at least a small sense of security. Eventually, exhaustion takes over and he falls asleep, hoping the rest of the night will pass without incident. But then, in the middle of the night, something pulls him from his sleep. A faint but distinct noise echoes through the silent forest. His heart pounding, James grabs his camera and starts recording, bracing himself for whatever comes next.
Hello? Hello? I can't hear anything, so let's turn this off. Right. Good night.
After a rough night, James finally made it to morning. He barely slept, with every strange noise keeping him on edge. But now that it's daylight, the forest doesn't feel as creepy. The tension from last night is gone, and for the first time in hours, he feels at ease. Wanting to shake off the bad vibes, he makes a quick breakfast, sipping on a warm cup of coffee and taking in the peaceful surroundings. But just as he's enjoying his breakfast, something catches his eye, something hanging above him.
I think they're in the trees. The f is that? That is a f pentagram.
That was the breaking point for James. The eerie night, the strange noises, and now a pentagram hanging above him in the tree. It all hit him. He might not have been as alone as he thought. His only focus now was getting out fast. He packed up quickly, his mind full of unanswered questions. The hike back felt different, with every shadow and rustling branch making him uneasy. When he finally reached civilization, he felt relieved, but the whole experience stuck with him. This camping trip turned out to be way scarier than he expected, and he had no plans of going back to the Machar Stones anytime soon. A YouTube channel famous for camping in spooky spots ventured near Buck's grave. While filming B-roll, they saw a figure with a headlamp in the distance. The light suddenly disappeared, and the mood turned eerie. As they kept driving down the dark, narrow forest road, they saw someone lying beside it.
Dale, what the f, dude? I'm zooming in, I can't. Dale, what the f? What the f are we supposed to do? Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh, that just walked in the woods. Where's my where's the headlamp at? The headlamp should be right there, like he didn't, like he stopped. Did he turn off the light? The road is too narrow. I can't back up and do this. You can't? You got a reverse camera? We have to go forward. We have to go forward. What the dude? David. There's just a huge cliff. There's just a huge cliff right here. I don't know what you want me to do. Are you serious, bro? What the hell is that? What did he have?
The person quickly stood up, turned off the headlamp, and disappeared into the woods.
Did we go past it? No, it was right in here. Up in there. Oh, there's a light. Is that him laying on the ground? No, he threw the light on the ground. You need help? That the motherfucker don't need help. What did he have down here? He threw something on the ground.
With no way to turn back, they drove further into the darkness. Suddenly, something terrifying happened.
This is some dumb shit. This ain't even what we're supposed to be here for. Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black. What the fuck? Dude, go! Go! Go, 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 go! Dude!
Without thinking, they sped off, unsure of what they'd just seen, who was out there, or what their intentions were. Jake Ghost Hunter is a channel that highlights the best in ghost hunting and hauntings, but this terrifying journey into the Blair Witch forest demonstrates why it's a job best left to the professionals.
Did you not hear that? No. There's a massive... Something's moving. Something is moving. Something is moving in those bushes, dude. Right here, Clayton. It's right there. It's moving. No, get in here. It's a person. Come here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's actually... Okay, guys. Wait. This is it. We just heard people in the woods. Okay, let's go. Come on. Come on. Say goodbye to the church, guys.
Goodbye. You can follow us. Stay here. God, please.
Did you hear it again?
Yes.
Shh. Flashlight. Right there. What the f is that? That's fine. That's good. Stay with us, guys. Dude, there could be people on any of these ledges. Yes. Good idea. The guys, the chronometer is going to be rolling while we're walking to see if we can capture any voices or anything out here. Okay, it's rolling.
Just let us know.
Yep. No way, that said hidden. It said hidden.
What?
Like whoever's following us is hidden, bro. Like whoever or whatever is following us is hidden. Share my message. Share my hidden. Again, share my we got that at Mothman. Dude. We got that at Mothman.
Come on.
Like someone's hiding. Dude, what the is moving behind me? I keep hearing leaves. I don't like that. It's like hidden, dude. Hidden. Okay, keep moving now. Keep moving along. I'm gonna turn this off.
Yeah, you're good.
We got our answer. Something's hidden out here.
We got proof of the Blair Witch.
Yeah, literal proof of the Blair Witch captured. And so as we're walking back to the car, we're gonna end the video, but if anything else happens, we will let you know. It will cut back to something.
Jake! What happened? Jake! What happened? Where? Where? Something stung you? Oh, damn.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, come on.
Keep going.
Yeah, go.
No, I can't.
Jake, dude.
I'm fine.
You good?
Okay. I feel like,
dude,
that's the worst pain I've ever felt.
What?
That was like a cicada killer. I saw it.
Come on, we're almost there. Damn! What the hell was it?
What was that?
What was that?
What was that? What was that, guys? What that was? That was like a hell. Don't trip. What just howled at us? I feel like something's running past it. Oh no. House here. Dude, what did I say when we were off camera? I said, I have a feeling we're gonna need to film again. That's one of the wildest outros, one of the wildest endings, guys. Dude, this thing, okay, it's starting to subside, but like, oh, damn! Hang on, I'm gonna turn on my light, keep yours on. I can't, right there. Dude, that's probably turning yellow, dude.
Baltimore County 911 Center. Your call will be handled by the next available call taker. The following tones are for the hearing impaired.
Guys, please, no one, I'm sorry. Listen, please now. We need to get in their fence now, come on. No one. Joe, you have to relax. Listen. 1 second. Okay, we're at.
Jake and his friends spotted a strange movement in the bushes, as if someone was there. To be safe, they decided to head back the way they came, but things only got worse. On their way back, Jake saw a person with a flashlight. Unsure of what to do, they quickly ran down another path. In the distance, they heard faint gunshots. Realizing they couldn't take any more risks, they made a move toward the car, but suddenly, Jake was struck on the side by something. The group ran, with Jake in intense pain but pushing through. As they neared the car, a burst of gunshots rang out. In panic, they hid and called the police, unsure of their next move. Luckily, they made it out safely. This creepy footage comes from the YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, run by John, a guy who loves documenting his wild adventures. He's been exploring abandoned places and even camping overnight in them for the past 8 years, sharing all of it with his viewers to show the beauty of decay. But sometimes his explorations take a darker turn, making him wonder if the thrill is really worth the risk. In this video, John sets up camp at an old abandoned farmstead hidden deep in the woods. Locals say it's haunted, but that's not why he's there. He's more interested in the place's decay and what's been left behind. What he doesn't know is that this night is about to take a disturbing turn. one that has nothing to do with the farm's forgotten past. It's November 9th, 2017, and as John walks through the woods, the sun sets, casting eerie shadows across the land. Once he's all set up for the night, he starts recording, ready to document the farmstead, completely unaware of the creepy surprises waiting for him in the darkness.
As you can see, I wasn't kidding about being in the woods. I'm coming up on some structures here. I have to kind of walk off the woods a little bit to get this place. Look at this. It's out here in the middle of nothing. I'm not gonna lie, that really freaked me out when I first saw it. Which is weird because it's like somebody's jacket just hanging there. Look at all this stuff here. Now that is a relic of the past. It's like an old 80s printer.
As John explores the farmstead, his fascination grows with every step. The decaying buildings and remnants of the past captivate him. Despite feeling mostly at ease, there's this weird, unshakable sense that something's off, but he can't quite figure out what. He pushes the feeling aside, determined not to let it ruin his exploration, and continues on, eager to see what else this eerie place has to offer.
Look at that metal. That actually still got, oh wow, these are unopened. Wonder how old this is. It's unopened motor oil. That's really cool. There's a bunch of cans up here. Look at all that grease. I'm gonna drop my camera in that. Some old belts here. Still a pretty solid looking old barn except for that corner.
John is really enjoying himself as he keeps exploring the farmstead, soaking in the eerie yet fascinating atmosphere. After checking out most of the property, he feels pretty satisfied with what he's found and decides to take a break at his camp. What he doesn't realize, though, is that he's actually captured something really creepy on his footage. At first, it's easy to miss, but when he watches the footage closely, frame by frame, he spots a faint figure dressed in white, standing eerily still by one of the trees. John didn't notice this at all while he was exploring and carried on like any other adventure. It wasn't until he uploaded the video that he saw the mysterious figure in the distance. A chill ran down his spine when he realized he hadn't been alone after all. The discovery left him with this weird mix of relief that he didn't notice at the time. CJ Faison is no stranger to terrifying camping experiences. Here's a clip from one of his stealth camps, where he set up in a forest notorious for cult activity.
Alright, so the sword's gone, so I don't... Oh, what the hell's that? Oh, okay, it's just a bottle of liquor. Alright.
All right, everybody, my new pillow has officially come in. Oh. Oh, what the?
not sure exactly what that was. I don't know if a branch fell on top of the van or what. I got no clue. I do know one thing. I have to turn the heat on now. It's cold. I shouldn't have left that the van door open. Oh man. Forgot my phone charger. Alright. Get back undressed and go to sleep.
CJ was in his van when a sense of unease hit him, making him feel like danger could pop up at any moment. While he was sleeping, a loud banging woke him up. Jumping out of his sleeping bag, he got ready for trouble. He checked around the van, but didn't find anything or anyone. After a bit, he got back in his sleeping bag and managed to sleep until morning. He made it out of the forest without any issues. In September 2024, a YouTuber named Megan uploaded a chilling video to her channel, Megan Page. Her channel mainly documents her everyday life, sharing footage of her travels and life updates. In this particular video, Megan went on a solo camping trip to a forest in Humboldt County, California. She mentioned that the purpose of the trip was to take a break from her hectic lifestyle and find peace in the serene California woods. The first few minutes of the video show Megan updating her viewers on her life, and it seems like she's alone in the woods, with nothing unusual happening. However, moments later, she began hearing footsteps approaching, leading to a truly disturbing encounter.
It's really bad. Every day we've been scream fighting, and then I come to the woods for like 4 hours and decompress, and then I go back home, and then he acts like nothing happens. Like a true narcissist. Like the true narcissist he is. Okay, well you scared me.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Scared to get to walk by and even scared
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm a sweetheart. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
probably more dangerous than me. You're probably more evil than me. Look at the dark hair you're saying. You're bomb. Little stoner.
Okay, that was terrifying. What the f***? I'm shaking. That was scary. It was coming right at me. And so obviously I'm gonna be scared.
A man suddenly appeared out of nowhere, holding a broken bottle and walking towards Megan. Fearing for her safety, Megan quickly grabbed her camera and started moving away from him. The man tried to calm her down, insisting he wasn't a threat. However, Megan had already noticed enough warning signs that made her suspect he wasn't trustworthy. He approached her with the broken bottle, likely planning something harmful, but when he saw she was recording, he made excuses and claimed he meant no harm. Megan wasn't fooled and wisely decided to walk away. Thankfully, the man didn't follow her, and she was able to escape the situation unharmed. While hiking through the forest, this woman was stunned to see this.
Bro, does this not look like a person who's literally climbing this tree? What is that? Oh, it's like a nest? It looks like a shoe. I don't know. I'm not convinced that that's not like a person.
At first, it appears to be a person hanging from a tree branch, but the longer you look, the less human it seems. Some think it's been there so long it's almost become part of the tree. Those into the paranormal suggest it could be a cryptid, a weird creature using natural camouflage to blend in. Skeptics believe it's just a twisted branch. If anyone knows what this woman really saw, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Dan, the adventurer behind the YouTube channel, Sort of Interesting. is known for his outdoor escapades. On this night, he was looking for some alone time in the woods, testing his ability to handle the elements and the silence of nature. However, his peaceful night soon turned into something much more unsettling. The video starts with Dan heading into the woods on February 21st, 2025, as the rain begins to fall, his heavy pack weighing him down.
Already today, everything's soaking on the ground. It's forecast 50% chance of rain for every hour until 9 AM tomorrow. My shoes are literally falling apart around my feet, and I couldn't set out until after it had got dark. This sounds like the recipe of a fantastic first ever solo wild camp. I'm Dan Brown, and let's just go and enjoy some nice, peaceful, calm time in the hill.
The darkness surrounds him, lit only by the rain and the sound of Dan's footsteps as he looks for a spot to cook. He has no idea that his peaceful solitude is about to be interrupted.
And also the fact I'm using much dimmer lights is starting to make me think I'm sure I can hear stuff and see little flashes and that. I'm sure I can't, but I can't be sure in here where I need to be. So yeah, quick backpack rest. Dim lights only now. I was just shining the torch around on full beam, showing like the woods to the camera. Some car somewhere on a road up there stopped, and I swear a torch shone into the trees, obviously from well above my head, but it's just spooked me a bit. Oh man, my heart is going. I swear the car that I just mentioned pulled up and somebody's got out. I don't know if it's just coincidence. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I am really, oh my goodness me. I know. This isn't fun, this. I am so stupid. I am the stupidest person I don't know if you can see that they are literally scanning up.
As Dan searches for a spot to cook, he suddenly realizes he's not alone. Headlights flash through the trees, a car where it shouldn't be. Then, a beam from a torch cuts through the darkness. Someone is watching him from the shadows. A deep fear takes hold, the unsettling feeling of being singled out. His peaceful solo camp has quickly turned into a tense game of being watched, with paranoia creeping in.
I'm literally crouched. I'm sat on the ground. Alright, the camera off.
The car incident leaves Dan feeling on edge, his senses heightened and alert. The unsettling feeling of being watched intensifies, and the darkness around him feels like it's hiding more than just trees. As he moves deeper into the forest, far from the distant glow of the car's headlights, he looks for a good spot to cook. Finally, he finds a place to prepare a quick meal and try to calm himself, but the distant sounds of the night keep him on edge, each one adding to the tension and ruining any chance of peace.
There's no way, given that this is the mist and the fog conditions, there's no way I'm going to make it to where I wanted to pitch up.
The video cuts to Dan showing the misty, fog-covered surroundings. As if the feeling of being watched wasn't enough, the thick fog rolls in, making the forest feel even more eerie. What was once a minor inconvenience now feels like a bigger threat, adding to Dan's sense of isolation. Because of this, he decides to change his earlier decision.
With very changeable and worsening weather conditions and my inability to calm my mind fully, especially after hearing the quad bikes, that did give me a slight concern that somebody could come up there on the hilltop with ease and see me lit up like an easy target all alone on a stormy hilltop. And so, yeah, I thought, if this isn't going to be fun, I don't want to just be lying awake in fear on my own on a hilltop for 7 hours. And like you say, just a little bit too much of a public place.
This was the moment Dan decided to pack up and head back to the car, mainly because of the worsening weather. He wraps up the video by explaining how terrified he felt after hearing distant noises, footsteps, and voices that seemed to come and go. Realizing he couldn't spend the night alone, he knew leaving was the right call.
I've got probably 6 to 7 miles to walk back. What's happened in the last sort of 20 minutes, I've heard voices, thought I heard quad bikes or dirt bikes, something like that. Heard a shout. I thought perhaps I didn't hear the shout at first, But I've just been hearing a car alarm go off in the distance, and I'm just wondering if there is any mischief afoot, because I saw a thing on Facebook about there being some trouble going around the area, and if people are parked up on the back lanes and stuff, I don't...
Afterward, Dan reflects on his failed trip. It wasn't the weather or the tough journey that made him leave. It was the feeling of something unseen, something lurking in the shadows. He learns the importance of moving quietly and leaving fewer traces in the wild. But most of all, he realizes the key lesson: trusting his instincts, especially when the forest seems to be telling him to leave. The wilderness can be unpredictable, and sometimes the scariest encounters aren't with creatures, but with that unsettling feeling of the unknown. Truesdale TV typically shares stealth camp videos, but this one, filmed in an abandoned building, was a major upgrade.
Just leave it open. That way I'm not bang. Yeah? There's too many noises in this place. There's not going to be asleep tonight. If there's anything lurking, it's lurking on the other side of it. If they bust open, well, that's when we've got a problem. That bust open, then we've got a problem. Every man for himself. I don't know what, I thought it was a rat or something, but something just rolled along there. That ball. That ball there. That just rolled right along there. 21. There's something random walking up right in this forest. What the? He's turning his doors off, so I don't know what's going on.
Actually, someone was in here this time.
We're only here, up looking for the ghost too. We want one real life accident. We just wanted the figures that live in this forest. Like I said, this was meant to be just a wee nighttime content. Stroll, but the fact that guy was up here and turned his light off, ran the hedges, and the car's down there, and we're going to be coming just down there, that's very concerning. Well, that's it, I'm trying to say go over. He's hiding there, we'll find him. That's what we're dealing with. It's freezing. Right, what chance to go back? Hopefully it doesn't drive in the other way. Right. Working in the dark here because we don't want to see where we're going back in here. But we probably already did see where we came from. Because the trail is right beside where we are. In this little builder station. But I went back to the car and got my wee 360, so hopefully if he's already in here, I'm gonna set this up at the door and watch and see if anybody comes in. Let's see if he's already in here now. Okay, I've set the 360 cam, I'm heading in the direction, only way in here because I've locked the other door. But look back in the footage and we haven't really got any footage of the guy. So I'm thinking down anyway here and get a bit of the footage of his car. He's parked behind me. What time is it now, Vanessa? 1:10 in the morning. Why is he here? I think I'm gonna go and get footage because you're not gonna believe me. There's some guys going out here 1:10 in the morning. There's a little bit of footage. He's got a light flashing, so I'm gonna sneak out here and get a footage of him in his car. Just in case anything happens. No, wish me luck. There's my little Wendigo. suspect because he ran into the bushes this way. Very suspect. So he will definitely be sitting watching everything we're doing here. I have the little camera just there. I'm going to shut this door down. Right, I'll keep you posted. Any crap kicks off, you'll be sure to run back. Still nothing happening at the entrance in. There are two entrances into this place. This one here, I have the camera on. And this one I'll show you now.
Dale and his partner had been hearing strange sounds from one side of the building all night, and they just wouldn't stop. As they checked out the area, they saw a light flicker and realized they weren't alone. They searched for the source but couldn't find anything. Returning to their tents, they went over the footage from their cameras to see if they could spot anything. Dale stayed up most of the night watching the cameras, determined to keep his partner safe. Thankfully, no one showed up, and the couple left shortly after waking up. Kevin's relaxing camping trip took a frightening turn when he was suddenly awakened by a bright light cutting through the darkness. Scared, he grabbed his camera and began documenting the strange event.
And I got the camera aiming out the window, and I don't know if you guys can see anything that's going on over there, or if you can even see the campfire. But they're shining the light all around. I think they heard something. And I wonder if something is going to be messing with them tonight. They are definitely looking for something. I've never seen anything like that before.
Kevin chose to pack up and move to South Valley State Forest, hoping for some peace for the rest of his trip. However, his nightmare was just beginning.
See, remember this from my other video? South Valley State Forest. I think I'm going to lock up the van and I'm going to spend the night here, and then I'll go home from here in the morning. Unless I see weird lights here or something rocks the van, or who knows. But this is where I'm going to spend the night. Anybody could come along, but I'm going to lock myself in the van, and because you guys, I came to camp, you know, and I don't like just taking off and going home, but man, you guys, oh my God, hold on. You guys, I'm not joking. I don't even have my freaking shoes on. I'm driving in my socks. The van was attacked. I thought I was dreaming. I fell asleep. I was sound asleep, and then something woke me up. It was loud as hell.
As he got comfortable for the night, the van suddenly shook violently, as if something huge was outside. Without hesitation, Kevin jumped into the driver's seat and drove off. Some think it was a wild animal, while others believe it could have been Bigfoot. What do you think was lurking around Kevin in the woods? Meet Room, the creator behind the TikTok account Motowens. On this account, he shares a mix of fun videos, adventures, and lighthearted moments. But in March 2023, Room posted something very different, an experience like nothing he had ever faced before. It was a moment that felt completely new and left a strong impression on him.
Turn around and you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there.
He tagged the video with "Help" and "Skinwalker," thinking by the end that it had to be either a Wendigo or a skinwalker making all the noise. At the start, he showed himself carrying his bike through the woods on his way somewhere, and that's when things took an unexpected turn.
Hello?
A loud, sharp, and eerie sound broke the quiet of the day. Unlike anything from typical animals like foxes or wolves, Ash couldn't quite identify it, but it felt like something was watching. Then things took a dramatic turn. When he said, "Hello," movement in the woods triggered the noise to grow louder and more intense, sending Room into a panic. It felt like whatever was out there was way too close. Terrified, he picked up the pace, trying to get out of the forest as quickly as possible. The video cuts off right then as he's desperately fleeing the unsettling situation. In the video's description, Room suggested the sound might have come from a Wendigo, a creature from folklore said to be a person transformed into a monstrous being after eating human flesh. Just thinking about it sent chills down his spine, especially since he was alone at the time with only his bike. The whole experience was creepy and unsettling. To this day, the source of those strange sounds remains a mystery. Maybe some things are better left unexplained. Avery Jones was staying on an island in Costa Rica when, early one morning, she decided to take a walk down to the shore.
What the f is this noise? Listen. Listen. That is not an angry dog. What the f is that? It's been making that angry noise for an hour now. And it just gets closer and closer.
As she ventured deeper, cries echoed through the trees, cries that didn't sound human.
It's coming from right over there. That's the way you gotta walk to the beach. And I was gonna take a nice walk over there this morning to the beach. I'm not going over there now. Because what the f is that? Terrifying. Whatever can make that noise can probably rip my fucking face off. But it's been making that noise. Oh my god. What is that?
Above her, birds nervously took flight as if aware of something unseen. Avery stopped, her heart racing, sensing that whatever haunted the island was closing in on her. While the outcome remains unclear, I'm inclined to believe she managed to escape unharmed. This man was camping deep in the woods when his worst nightmare came to life. In the middle of the night, a wild bear appeared, circling his tent. Luckily, the camper managed to get away without any harm from the terrifying situation. This eerie video was filmed by Noah from the channel Creepy Outdoors. His channel mixes peaceful nature with the occasional creepy moment, but this trip took an unexpected, terrifying twist. It was June 4th, 2024, a warm summer night. Noah and his dog, Mika, headed out for a camping trip. He found a quiet spot, set up camp, lit a fire, and kicked back with a beer, enjoying the calm. But once night fell and he started making dinner, things started to take a darker turn.
And I'm a little shook up right now because I heard some strange sounds. Stay here, Mika. Stay here. It sounded like some sort of growling. I'm not sure. I wasn't recording. I was just enjoying my night and. Hello? Shh. It's okay. I'm just talking to my dog right now. What the? Mika, stay here. Stay. Come, stay. Stay here, good boy. Good boy, stay, sit. Sit down. Hello? What the f? There's been a lot of trees around. Maybe it's Mika. Oh no. Come on. Mika! Oh no. Mika, come back. This dog is... Come here. What are you doing? Stay here. What's out there, boy? You all right? Stay. Sit. I have no idea what the hell this is. I'm hoping it's like a bear or something just walking by, but there's these banging sounds on both ends. I'm not... Stay. Stay. Sound came from here. It's just a lake. Okay. I need to calm down. I need to calm down. For now. Hello? Is anybody out there? Okay, well, out of all my camping trip, I've never been this freaked out. I gotta put more wood on the fire. Come on. I have no idea what the hell that was. If I hear anything more, I'll keep you guys posted. But for now, this is Creepy Outdoors. Out.
The video ends suddenly, and Noah didn't follow up with any updates, leaving viewers wondering what really went down. In the description, he later mentioned that Mika started acting weird, and he heard loud knocks and creepy sounds in the woods. Thankfully, the noises eventually stopped, and Mika settled down, but Noah couldn't shake the feeling that something or someone was out there watching them. Was it just an animal, a person, or something more unsettling? No one knows for sure. While they both made it out safely, it's an experience they won't forget anytime soon. Dee and her friends embarked on an overnight investigation in Point Pleasant, and from the very beginning, eerie events began to unfold, with strange whistles echoing around them.
Yeah. Did I just walk you? What was that? I just had a light flash right there in the woods. I caught it on camera. I caught it. I got it. It flashed right up there in the trees.
Then they came across something strange.
Everywhere, guys. It's so weird. There's clothes everywhere.
As they continued exploring, they noticed that the door to an abandoned structure had mysteriously closed, even though they were certain it had been open before. It was clear that something was with them.
Wait a minute, don't open it. There might be somebody trapped in there, dude. Why was it closed? Hello? You go in first. I don't want to catch a body on my camera. It's so quiet.
After a while, they chose to head back to their car, feeling that they had experienced enough for the night. This clip comes from the YouTube channel Leslie Mansfield, where Leslie shares her outdoor adventures, something she's truly passionate about and finds the most joy in. Normally, her videos are chill and informative, highlighting the beauty of nature and her experiences. But this time, her wild camping trip took a very different turn. It was January 26th, 2025, and Leslie had set off on a solo wild camping trip to a spot she'd been wanting to check out for a while, but hadn't visited yet. The place was known for being peaceful and quiet. It seemed like the perfect getaway. After reaching her starting point, she began her hike through the dense forest, breathing in the crisp winter air as she ventured deeper. As the sun started to dip and long shadows stretched across the trees, she stayed focused on picking the perfect place before it got dark. Even though there were no trespassing signs, Leslie stuck to her plan, brushing off the warnings and heading deeper into the forest. Thankfully, she noticed a small hill up ahead that looked like a good spot. Not super thrilled, but knowing it was time, she started unpacking her gear. But before she could even pitch her tent, something in the distance caught her eye.
Don't know if you can see that, but there's somebody walking down the bottom of the valley there with a torch. I'm sure they're fine and innocent, but I've turned all my lights off until they've walked by. That person with the torch going along, I was about to set the camera up and I was about to say, oh, I'm on a hilltop and I can see they're about to leave the valley, so that's good. But they didn't. They came back and sort of towards the tent, and I just thought, oh. Pat, the camera, in fact the camera is what I was worried about. First time I've used this Insta360, my first ever camera. It's funny how I was packing that, wanting to make sure that was okay. And my hip belt I wear, so it's got my mobile and keys, so I just got my rucksack on and left the tent and hid down in the trees to make sure they went, because I also wanted to check what they were doing rather than just, you know, me leaving. And eventually they left. I don't know, I was spooked by then, so I found a different spot.
Leslie felt a cold shiver as the figure in the distance slowly crept closer. Her heart started racing, and the silence around her felt heavier with every passing second. Still, not wanting to give up on the trip, she made the call to move deeper into the woods toward a small clearing tucked away between thick trees and bushes. She couldn't see the figure anymore, and the quiet rustling of the leaves helped calm her nerves. Taking a deep breath, she finally felt a little more at ease and got to work setting up her camp, feeling better now that she was tucked away out of sight.
Hello. Of course I'm wearing my mountain jacket, so with all the stress I'm boiling.
Everything was ready for the night, but that uneasy feeling about the person roaming the woods started creeping back into Leslie's mind. Every little noise, the rustling leaves, distant snaps, felt louder and more deliberate, making her more anxious. Even though she'd found a more hidden spot, she didn't feel as safe as she'd hoped. It still felt like she was exposed. She started second-guessing whether staying was a good idea at all. Just as she was debating it, a flashlight flickered through the trees again. Her heart dropped. She couldn't tell if it was the same person, but that eerie feeling of being watched was back and stronger. That was it. She wasn't going to wait around to find out. Leslie grabbed her gear and packed up fast. By the time she got to her car and locked the doors, her heart was still pounding, but the panic had started to fade. She'd never know if the person meant harm or was just another camper, but trusting her gut kept her safe, and that was all that really mattered. A group of friends was camping at Miter Lake when something odd occurred after midnight.
Somebody pulled into our campsite. There was about 4 of us camping there, and it was a pretty full campsite. The vehicle pulled right next to me. Then he got out of his rig. I actually opened my window and said hello, and he said hi back. But the thing is that it was just weird. He stayed there for about 10 minutes, and then he moved into the corner where he is now, and he was there. It was just, the whole situation was a bit weird. I didn't understand why someone would pull into a campsite already full with other RVs and not just find a spot. Maybe it was just late, but what do y'all think?
It wasn't just that he stopped at their campsite, but how he lingered, barely interacting, before quietly walking away. They couldn't shake the uneasy feeling, wondering if others would find it as odd. Based on the comments, it seems many do. The Lost Places and Legends. YouTube team headed deep into Talladega National Forest to a spot called Top of the World. What was meant to be a typical exploration quickly turned into a horror-like experience. Despite the freezing -20-degree weather, they were eager to revisit this remote, mysterious location they had been to before. Known for its eerie silence, the night felt normal, except for one unsettling thing. Something was watching them, and they still had no idea what it was.
A little warm spot too.
So a place with a heater set up.
Right. Well, did you hear that?
Yes. So they go straight down on this side.
Yeah, I heard walking. I heard something sound like something got kicked or broke or fell or something. I don't know.
Yeah, every part of my body's warm except for my hands.
That's where I'm at with it.
And my nose.
My hands and my right nose. I'd give anything for my old flashlight back. My little hand heater. Or the headlamp that acted like a heater.
That headlamp will burn you up in the summertime.
You sure are awful noisy over there, man.
I know.
Oh. As I step right into some leaves.
That tree right there could put somebody in some pain.
Right.
He's got that one pushed over the top, see it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's not gonna weather many more storms.
Hear that?
All right then. That was like a little whip.
Right.
That would have hurt if you'd been in front of me.
I know.
I'm hearing something. I got this daggum beanie on, so it's hard to tell.
Is it down over your ears?
Yeah.
See, mine's only at the top of my ears.
Not too bad of a hill.
No. That's the water again.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's water. I don't see it.
It's gotta be. Yeah, that's water. What was that? It sounded like it hit a tree right beside you.
I know. Something's throwing things at us, man. I mean, it's gotta be over on this side.
I plan on changing again. As soon as I get the chance.
As soon as you get a chance, you change it again.
I'm gonna change again.
Did you hear that?
Oh, it's right beside me. It's my flashlight. And then it goes completely quiet.
Right.
It wasn't just the odd noises. Viewers also noticed some mysterious white lights coming from the woods in the footage. Whatever caused it, it definitely left a mark. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. A guy was camping deep in the forest when he heard something under his bed and got the feeling he wasn't alone. He checked it out, and it turned out a skunk had snuck into his tent. Not dangerous, but definitely not the best roommate. Imagine having to spend another night in the wild with all your stuff smelling like skunk spray. Hopefully, he managed to get it out without too much hassle. In August 2024, a YouTuber named Tom, who runs the channel What in the World, uploaded a video documenting a heartbreaking discovery. Tom's channel focuses on outdoor exploration, and he often shares footage of his travels across various locations in Canada. In this particular video, Tom embarked on a solo canoe trip from the Rocky Mountains to Montreal. As he began his journey, Tom set up his canoe and sailed onto the river. The first few minutes seemed to go smoothly, with Tom enjoying the beautiful views of nature as he made his way to the next stop. However, things took a turn when he suddenly started hearing a dog crying near the river's edge. Tom quickly paddled toward the sound, and that's when he made a shocking discovery.
Oh, buddy. Oh. There's a dog here. Can't see anyone. There's no tracks. He's covered in mud. Let's see if I can help him. You okay, buddy? Doesn't look like it. You need help? Oh, buddy, how long you been here? You okay? Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Just log on you or something. Yeah. You okay? What's wrong? Talk to me. Can you move, buddy? Is it okay? Are you okay? Okay, hang on.
After discovering the poor dog stuck under a log, Tom quickly pushed it aside and helped the dog out of the muddy water. Unfortunately, he realized the dog couldn't move its back legs because they were trapped in the mud. Feeling deeply sorry for the dog, Tom checked his phone to see if there was any help nearby. While doing so, he spotted a house a few hundred meters away. Thinking the dog might belong to the homeowner, he decided to place the dog in his canoe and take it to the house for help.
Dog here. He can't move his back legs. He's been stuck in the mud for I don't know how long. I don't know if I can put him on the canoe if he somehow falls off. he can't swim and he'll just sink. Can you? You're not gonna bite me. I can see one leg. Where's your other leg? Have you only got one leg? Where's your other leg, buddy? I'll see if I can get you to my canoe. But you gotta help me. You gotta help me. Come on. We do it together. Good dog. Come on. I'm gonna get you on the canoe, okay? You've probably never been on a canoe before, but it's the only way. It might be a little bit scary. That's okay. Lie down. You're okay.
Tom decided to take the dog to the house and managed to get it onto his canoe. They then sailed peacefully toward the house. As they made their way, Tom began to worry that the dog might be lost, and if so, help would be far away. Despite his concerns, he stayed hopeful and kept heading toward the house.
Good dog. Good dog. Hello? Hello, how are you? Hey, I'm just canoeing.
Oh yeah.
And I was just canoeing past and I saw a dog that's been stuck in the mud.
Oh no. Oh,
It looks like he's been there a long...
looking for her for a long time.
It looks like he's been there a long time.
Oh, where is she?
I dragged him out of the... I don't know if it's a girl. Is it girl? I dragged her out of the mud and put her on my canoe. And I've brought her here on your dock.
She's 14 years old.
Oh, she was barking when I came past. She was a few hundred...
She's down there.
A few hundred meters up there. And your dock was just the next...
Why I couldn't find her. What the hell?
Your dock was the next one, so that's why I just came straight here.
Oh man, thank you. Aw. What were you doing going in there, you silly old dog?
She was like, when I found her, she was half in the water and half. You could see all the mud had gone from her trying to scratch her way out of there.
Good girl. Only you're lucky he came along. I've been looking all over for you, but she wasn't barking or nothing.
She was barking, but it seems like...
when you came?
Oh yeah, but she didn't know I was there.
Oh.
So she was just looking up the bank barking, but she's lost her bark.
Well, she's been missing for a couple of days. Hey, look at you.
I had to like carry her.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't move her legs.
Hey, you're gonna need a bath. Look at you. You're probably hungry too.
Oh yeah, in a mid.
Luckily, the dog did belong to the homeowner. The homeowner later explained that the dog, named Ivy, was 14 years old and had been missing for 2 days. Tom had found her just in time and was able to return Ivy to her grateful owner. Tom then helped the homeowner clean Ivy, gave her food and water, and helped her regain her strength. Afterward, he said his goodbyes and continued his journey across Canada in his canoe. The team from the YouTube channel, Amazing Pennsylvania, went on a mission to find the bottom of a deep underground staircase. While exploring a tunnel, the camera suddenly began glitching.
I know why they explored this one for years. Huh, can't focus. Look at this. How'd that happen? I don't know.
At that exact moment where my camera started going out of focus, Tommy's phone completely locked up on him. He said, look at this, and I said, how does that happen? And I remember looking at his screen for just a moment, and it was this weird mashup of apps and a frozen camera, a real jumbled mess on his screen.
Phone's kind of glitching a little.
Glitching?
Yeah, my phone's like locked up.
Locked up?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Like it won't do anything.
Do you exit out of everything?
Nothing. It's like...
That's odd.
That's the mind.
Dude, I've heard stories of people losing all power to their electronics down here. And being in...
The footage disappeared, the focus went out of whack, and Tommy's phone froze, forcing him to reset it. There was no clear explanation, but the further they went, the more their gear malfunctioned. Some thought it was due to bad air or magnetic fields, while others hinted at ghost stories linked to the mine, stories a friend of theirs had encountered at the same location.
Oh. It went below 19 for a second there. There goes his. Yep. So, just because we're okay, you can move 2 feet in one direction and have the air get deadly.
It's probably down low. Yeah, let's keep moving out of here slowly, bro.
That's our clue to play it safe.
At one point, their gas meter went off, indicating low oxygen levels. Not wanting to take any chances, they decided to head back to the stairs. After a tough climb, they made it out safely, still curious about the eerie place they had explored. In June 2021, a YouTuber named Corey uploaded a chilling video to his channel, The Abandoned Boys, which focuses on urban exploration. He often shares footage of his strange encounters while exploring abandoned places across the US. On this video, Corey decided to explore a remote forest in Martinsville, Virginia, which is rumored to have a history of satanic rituals. Over time, the forest has become known for being haunted, with reports of people still performing satanic rituals at night. Despite this, Corey ventured into the forest alone at night to find the ritual site. Shortly after starting his exploration, he began hearing strange noises from the woods, leading to a truly disturbing encounter.
That's some dangerous backwoods. Heard a lot of stuff goes on out here, so I'm here tonight to check it out. Come with me on this journey. Let's get it. Kind of far in, hiked in kind of far. Hopefully it all goes well, but definitely creepy. Been hearing stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. That's what we're working with tonight. Hearing stuff. You hear that? What the hell? Whoa. What the f... Y'all hear that?
After Corey heard the strange noise, he listened closely, trying to figure out where it was coming from. While it's difficult to determine the exact source, the noises strangely resembled the sounds of a cat crying.
Whoa. What the f... Y'all hear that? What the f... I don't know what the hell's that. What the hell is that? What the f... What the hell? Y'all seeing this? Do y'all see this? What the hell is that? Hey, what's going on? Scratch this film.
After Corey followed the noises, he was shocked to find a group of people dressed in all black, performing rituals and making strange sounds. One of them immediately pulled out a weapon and started approaching him. Realizing the danger, Corey cautiously began backing away, calling out to the man politely, but without saying a word, the man kept following him. Terrified, Corey quickly fled the woods and managed to escape unharmed. The YouTube channel, Proving Demons, set out to explore an old mine shaft, rumored to be a portal to hell.
Wait. Welcome to the gates of hell, everybody. We're in.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow. Alright, go on, Andrew. I'm gonna film you going through that.
My life, our life, all the boys, is literally just Minecraft in real life. Isn't it? I mean, this is just flat out Minecraft in real life. Oh God, I've just come up to something quite odd. There's just a black door down here. It's only one way to find out what's behind it. It's being weighted with a rock.
Obviously not strong enough to keep me out. What's up?
What we found?
Don't know if it was the echoes from you walking, but I had to stop because it sounded like people just like walking behind me talking.
Really?
So, yeah, I got freaked out. I had to turn around and move. I got frozen. I didn't want to walk, you know, with this noise behind me.
At one point, the crew split up and one of them heard eerie noises that sent chills down his spine.
What the hell is that? Oh God, it's getting louder. Do you hear that? Oh God, I don't like that. Crap, I need to try and catch some of it on recorder. There's some hellish noises going on. Oh God, I can't go that way though. I just heard like a whisper, like a breathing. I don't want to be near that though.
Terrified, he quickly hurried back, nervously waiting for the others.
Banging like drum beats, where you anything like that.
Yeah, I just left my drums back there.
You left your drums. The reason I ask is because no lie, after I had walked quite a ways away from you guys, it sounded like. It honestly sounded like the entrance to hell. I could hear boom, 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 and there's something going. Ooh. Like it was really faint and like muffled.
You really the gates of hell.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Well.
They all got out safely, but the mystery of what was causing those sounds inside still lingered. One thing's certain: they're not going back to figure it out. A man from Louisiana was casually flying his drone in a field when he looked at the footage and noticed something unusual.
Drones for years. He is a professional at what he does. So here's Lane. He's standing in the field. There's his suitcase. And as you can see from the photograph, this is the drone photo, there is nothing around him. There's nothing anywhere around him. It's just a very flat field. This is what the drone took from a photograph. When we render the data, here's the data, and we go into the 3D view. It's a little tricky to see, but Lane is standing out here, and I will turn off the extra scans of over here. Let me turn off, I'll go to the 3D view. Here's the scan I want. So this is the same set of data right here. This is Lane. If you can see, this is the same picture of Lane right there. You see his head. I'll back up a little bit so it's a little easier to see.
Yeah.
There's Lane, but standing 8 feet away from Lane, when you turn it, 8 feet away from him is something 8 feet tall, 4 foot wide. It's colorized with different colors on the side, one color in the middle right there. But again, here's my buddy Lane, and if we go back to the photograph, there he is, open field and case.
Now, where is it in the color?
Louisiana.
No. Where would it be? All right, so show me.
This whole entity right here was not in.
Where is he?
This is Lane right.
Okay,
here.
which way is he facing?
If you see, he is facing straight east.
Straight east. Now show me where that. Show me where that being is when you show me the regular picture.
It's to his left.
It's straight to his left, directly to his left, 8 feet.
Wait, what is it?
That's what he doesn't know.
That's what he doesn't know.
We're wondering if it's an angel because it's an infrared.
There's no tree, there's nothing else, but there it is. It's 4 foot wide and about 8 foot tall, 8 feet away from him. And again, if you go back to the picture, there he is.
Now,
right
where
here.
is the being in that picture? Where would he be standing?
It doesn't exist.
Some dismissed it as a glitch, while others speculated it might be something unexplainable. But he's convinced that a drone couldn't just capture something like that on its own. Something was out there. But what? While hiking, a man suddenly felt a sense of unease and pulled out his phone to record his surroundings. That's when he noticed a round-shaped figure crouched among the trees. It wasn't moving much, but appeared to be watching him. Unsure of what he was seeing, he quickly left after recording the footage. When he posted the video online, some people thought it might be a cryptid, while others believed it was just an oddly shaped object blending in, or perhaps even a prank. But once again, no one could say for certain. During their camping trip, the group went kayaking on a lake, but out of nowhere, they saw something really frightening.
¿Qué es eso? Miren, aquí hay una cosa. Eso no es un tronco. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es? Marica, ¿qué es eso? Marica, ¿qué es Marica, es un cacho. Uy, marica. ¡Sí, no sé!
Marica, eso.
In the middle of the lake, something seemed to be moving, but the footage was too grainy to clearly identify what it was. Whatever they saw that night remains a mystery. While walking through the forest, this man noticed some unusual movement on the ground.
Wow. Wait. Do it there.
They move.
So weird.
Isn't it? Isn't that crazy?
It seemed to be an unusual plant growing close to the ground. As soon as he touched the leaves, they snapped shut instantly. These plants are commonly known as touch-me-not plants. Their leaves fold up when touched, serving as a clever defense mechanism against animals or harsh conditions. Have you ever come across one of these in real life? Voyager Overland is a creator who enjoys Jeep camping and exploring different roads and forests with his off-roader. His videos are usually relaxing, with nothing creepy or disturbing. However, in one particular video, he captures something on camera that leaves viewers shocked. He's heading to the Alberta Rockies to camp with his grandkids.
We have a 5-day window and we're heading to the mountains. And this time we have the grandkids with us. So the criteria is always the same with the grandkids. They want to be near water or a creek, a river, something so they can play. And when I asked them where they wanted to go, they both said the same thing. They said,
Ruby Falls.
The journey was amazing, full of breathtaking views, off-roading, and lush forests. Eventually, they reached their camping spot, set up camp, made a fire, and had a great time.
well, now I've been putting out a trail cam at night, hoping to catch some wildlife around camp while we're sleeping, and with my granddaughter who just loves wildlife. How cool could it be if I could show her some night pictures of what's walking around at night while we're sleeping? Now, I must admit, I haven't had any luck so far. I've put out the camera many times and never captured any footage.
As night settled in, he set up a camera, a routine when camping with his granddaughter, hoping to record some animal activity for her to enjoy. However, this time, he caught something he wouldn't show her. Dark figure can be seen moving around the Jeep. It looks human, disappearing and reappearing quickly with shining eyes. What was that? Could it be a ghost or something else entirely? The video was shot by a guy named Camo Tim and uploaded to the Ray Gloom's Real Life Creepypasta channel. In it, Tim checks out a forest trail where someone had claimed to hear and see unusual things.
I got a call from Ray Gloom. He got a email from an anonymous person. It was a weird email. It basically said, to whom this may concern. My name is, I'm keeping his name anonymous. He was up traveling on this trail. It doesn't look like a trail, but it's a trail that goes up the, up the hill here. He said one night he was traveling up this trail and he heard a laughter. Didn't know what it was. Kept hiking, thinking, it was wind or something, anyways, it was about give or take an hour, hour and a half in, and he heard it again. He didn't know what it was. It scared him a lot. He didn't want to hike any further. He turned around and he started coming home. Well, when he turned around, he saw something poke its head back behind a tree. He said it looked like an elderly lady.
As Tim walked through the tall grass, he was explaining the encounter reported by someone who had been on the trail. But while he was talking, this happened.
What was that? Did you hear that?
A creepy laugh echoed through the trees, making Tim start to believe the story.
I just heard an eerie laugh. There it was again. What was that? I don't want to go any further. Can you guys see this? Like, I don't want to go any further. What was that? What was that? Oh, sh! Guys, I heard that eerie laugh right there. What the heck is that? Guys, I'm terrified right now.
After the creepy laugh, a figure emerged from behind a tree. It appeared to be an elderly woman, though her face looked like it was covered by a mask. What was she doing in the woods? And why was she trying to frighten people? This video is from the Flex Tapes, a YouTube channel where Flex shares his outdoor trips, usually calm camping nights and peaceful getaways in nature. His goal is to get people to unplug, go outside, and enjoy the freedom of being away from the usual routine. Not long ago, while out on a hike, Flex noticed something strange off the main trail. Curious, he walked over and found an old abandoned caravan hidden in the woods. What made it even weirder was that the inside still had personal items in it, like someone had left quickly and never came back. Drawn in by the mystery and the strange vibe of the place, Flex decided to come back and spend the night there, thinking it would make a cool and different video. What he didn't expect was that this night would turn out to be one of his most unusual experiences yet. It's January 26, 2023. Flex returns to the caravan, excited for the adventure.
Right, so already on the inside, you get an idea. I mean, most of the windows are gone, but the curtains are over them. It's in fairly good condition, it's not wrecked or anything like that. I think it's only recently been discovered and maybe some people have been in it. I noticed a bit of graffiti on the other side. Somewhere to sleep. I'll have a look in the bedrooms, and if not, I'm liking the look of these sofas. I'll maybe move some of this stuff and set up there. I'll set up my little camping stove on top of that TV, I think, because that's a perfect table. Anyone remember these old TVs? Well, we're not sleeping in that bedroom. That is piled full of stuff. There's stuff everywhere. Bathroom, there's still toilet roll and like hairbrushes and stuff. It's just mental, isn't it? It's on a different level. It's just full of stuff. Lots of baby photos as well.
After looking through all the rooms and checking out the strange little place, Flex figures the old couch in the main room is probably the best option for the night. It looks like the easiest spot to clean and turn into a half-decent place to sleep, so he starts setting it up as his temporary bed. By the time he's done, the sun is already going down, and long shadows stretch across the room through the cracked windows. After all the cleaning and walking around, he starts to feel hungry. With the light fading and the air getting colder, he sets up his stove to make some dinner, hoping the rest of the night stays just as calm as the first few hours.
So I've got some soup. The only issue I've got really is so close to a road, you can just hear every car going past, every single car. That's weird. Just the wind though. There's like a draft blowing through. Oh, and I haven't got a pan. I haven't brought a pan. I'm gonna have to do this old school. Right. Is it hot to touch? Not really. No. That'll do.
With the wind gently blowing outside and the forest now completely dark, he figures it's time to give the old couch a try. Before lying down, he leaves his camera recording, just in case something strange happens, and it's a good thing he did, because that's when things start to get weird in a way he never expected. Even though strange rustling sounds start coming from around Flex, he stays asleep, not hearing any of it, but the noises keep going, and they start to get even more unsettling. Eventually, Flex woke up from his deep sleep. He heard something that gave him a bit of an uneasy feeling, but he had no idea about the strange, creepy sounds his camera had just recorded.
I think we're alright. Quite a good sleep. I'm going to go back to sleep in a second. I'll probably just join you in the morning. It's pretty uneventful, to be honest. But yeah. I'll join in the morning. Not a bad night's sleep, to be quite honest. I mean, it's dry, it's comfortable. There was no wind last night, there was no rain. So, yeah, not too bad, to be quite honest. A little bit cold because the battery ran out on my heated jacket, but I mean, other than that, I mean, if you really did need it, and you're in desperate need of somewhere to stay for a night, perfect.
Still not knowing what had happened during the night, Flex started his morning like usual, made some breakfast, drank his tea, packed up, and left the creepy old caravan behind. It wasn't until he got home and watched the footage that he realized what he'd slept through. The sounds on the recording made him uneasy, but also kind of thankful that nothing had actually happened to him. Whether it was just the wind, an animal, or something much stranger, no one really knows. But one thing's for sure, Flex made it through the night safe, and that's what really matters. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.